people ask me, like, what's my favorite Domino cards? And honestly, every time that question comes up, I have to go back through the binders because it changes. It changes on a regular basis. It's never the same, but it's never the most expensive cards.
Time, space, collecting. A multiverse of stories shaped by the choices we make. We are your guides across the Marvelverse, exploring everything from the MCU to cards and collectibles. Because every piece we collect tells a story. The question is, what does yours say about you?
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome into Across the Marvelverse, episode number 10. It is Friday, September 19th.
I'm number 10.
You're number 10.
I'm number 10?
You're number
Wow.
10. You did it.
Awesome.
A whole 10 episodes. Dude,
Hey.
and who else would I have on but Nathan? Bro, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm super excited for many reasons. One, you're an amazing member of the community, and I'm really excited to talk about all the great things that you do. But two, everyone that we've had on has a lot of background in cards and art, and I haven't really gotten to talk to anyone much about figures and Marvel Legends and things like that. And I know you're into that stuff, so I'm excited to dive into
Nice.
that. And
Excellent.
also, I really want to know about how you just collect. So if you guys have been following along to the episodes this season, we've been kind of covering the basics of Marvel collecting from all different aspects of the IP, whether it's cards, comics, art, whatever. And what I really like is bringing on other collectors and seeing how they collect, because I've learned a lot just by listening to people like you. So anyways, man, I'm really excited.
Yeah, same here. Happy to get into it.
So Nathan, just to kick us off, can you tell us a little bit about what you collect?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of people know me as the Domino collector. That's my primary PC. When it comes to characters, that's the only character that I purchase specifically for that.
I love it. I love
Reason
it. That's
for
how I knew
the
it too.
collecting. Yeah, I do build binder sets as well. I love binders. Like that's my thing as far as like when I was a kid, when it was sports cards, it was build a binder, try to build the entire set. Obviously nowadays you can't build a master set because of how it's set up, but you can
Too hard.
create your own master set, right? You just create your own version of a master set.
Yes. I love that.
But
I
yeah,
do the same thing.
so Domino cards, specific sets, to be like X-Men sets, some sets that Domino's in, original art sets, those sort of things. I really gravitate towards action figures. I collect Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series. I do have some DC figures, mostly Batman, because they've got the multiverse of Batmans that are out there.
Sure.
That's one of their big product lines there for the McFarlane toys. Some Ninja Turtle stuff. I dabble in a lot of different things, man. I got a few Hot Wheels, some Legos. It's just kind of all over
Oh
the
man.
place. It's just whatever I think is cool. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that your collection, it's really well rounded. You're not too hyper focused in one area. You've got a lot of different stuff going on, but you still have that Domino collection that is hyper focused. So you kind of get the best of both
that's the
worlds.
hyper focus part, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's dope.
I can go over here and play around when I don't have anything to focus on with the Domino stuff, and then I can come right back over to this when something comes up for Domino, which is really nice.
See, I think that's so important though, because I think that helps the people getting burned out on it too. It's like if you get a little burned out on one thing, you've got the other that you can pivot to. So it always keeps it fresh.
Yeah, just go back and I'll throw it into ComC and be like, all right, what set am I gonna work on trying to finish off building
Yep.
today? And go
Yeah.
buy 5, 10 cards or whatever.
I was gonna say, yeah,
all
man,
good.
it's a slippery slope. I know. You start going, it's like, oh, well, this card's only a few bucks. This one's only a few bucks, and you look at your cart, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but you transfer enough stuff from ePack over there, you just sell that off and you get the ones you want.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely sell that stuff off. We don't keep it.
Okay, some of you might keep it. And I'm not saying you specifically, Jimmy, but yes.
No, I definitely don't have attachment problems.
What's my boys over at the NSDC? I'm glad it's in your collection.
That's right. And shout out too to
It's not.
NSDC, man. What a good podcast. What a good show.
I know we got everything there. It was nice to hear from them and catch back up with them. So
Yeah.
always good to hear from those guys.
So, dude, so how did you first get introduced into Marvel?
Marvel. Okay, so it would have been probably 90, 91, right in there.
Okay.
Maybe 92-ish. Comic books at the local hobby shop, which carried a lot of sports cards, RC cars, HO, like little tiny cars that run around on the track, trains, that sort of stuff. They had comic books in there. That was my first exposure to Marvel. As far as cards go, though, that wasn't until 94 Flair. And the first Marvel card that I ever saw was the Maximum Carnage Venom, where he's hanging upside
Nice.
down from the ceiling with the
Yes.
fire dripping off the skull with the chain. That's the first card I ever saw. That's the first card I ever owned for Marvel. I don't have
Wow.
that exact card anymore, but I do have that card now in a graded 10. So, and that's the one card that if everything else had to go away, that'd probably be the one card that I kept, which is weird, right? Because I'm a Domino collector
Right,
to
right.
a degree, but I wouldn't keep any of the Domino cards. I would keep that card because it was my first exposure to trading cards for Marvel.
That's so cool. And it's just that sentimental value, you know? It's not the price
Yeah,
tag, it's what it
absolutely.
means to you.
Yep, exactly. Like people have asked me like, "What's my favorite Domino cards?" And honestly, every time that question comes up, I have to go back through the binders because it changes. It changes on a regular basis. It's never the same, but it's never the most expensive cards.
No.
Never is. Like the art on those expensive cards might be it, but it's never the exact expensive card in there. It's,
Yeah.
it might be the red PMG versus the green PMG. And, there's a number of reasons for that, psychologically wise. Like, well, art's what I like, but I can get rid of the green PMG easier than I can get rid of the red PMG. So if I
Yep.
moved on to something else, or if I needed the money, okay, I don't need the green one. I could just keep the base, and still have the image. So,
It's extra funny to me because I was thinking about that same question in my head, and I was like, yeah, I don't. If you ask me right now, like, what's my favorite Scarlet Witch card, I wouldn't know. I would probably also have to look through my binder and
yeah,
figure that out, and it would
yeah, and
change. It would change daily
yeah,
based on how
it's
I'm
not that
feeling.
you can't. It's not that you can't recall the images because you can. Like if you think enough about it, you go, okay, that one comes
Right,
that one, that one,
right,
this one.
sure,
But it's like I want to see it again before I make a
yeah,
decision on
yeah, yeah.
it.
No, I get it. I totally get that. I totally get that. That's so funny. So I do want to get more into how you collect. I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. What I'm really curious, and I ask this to all my guests that come on the show. One thing I'm really big on is talking about how you interact with Marvel. So obviously you collect Domino. You've built some sets. You collect some different cards. Marvel Legends is another way. Are there other ways that you like interacting with the Marvel IP?
I mean, I pick up the occasional comic book here and there, and it's not so much to read it. It's more or less I enjoy the cover.
Yeah.
Um, I like the image on the cover. It might be Domino on the cover. It might just be a really cool Wolverine cover. Whatever that is. Return of Wolverine #1. That's a great cover. They use that card in the X-Men metal set.
Okay.
So that's a nice one to pair with the card as well.
That's the
But yeah, it's
coolest.
just for me. I mean, the comic books are nice because you need a book. You got the omnibuses out there. There's the hardcovers. There's Marvel Unlimited is out there. So if you want to just read the comic books, you might have to wait 3 months for the new one to get uploaded. But almost every book is there. So if you wanted
Yeah.
to, pay for the annual subscription, you've got all the books at your fingertip. I enjoy the movies, the shows, even stuff like Eternals. I enjoy it. It's not. I don't look at it as is it a good movie? Is it a bad movie? Did I just enjoy watching it? And does it somehow tie into something? Beyond
Yes.
just that one movie? Because Marvel, at least initially, they did a really good job of having everything kind of tie in
Yep.
and have meaning, even if nothing truly happened during the movie or the show.
Yep. I can relate to that so much too because I'm the same way. I feel like it's very rare that I watch any Marvel content, like show or movie, and I'm like, wow, that sucked. Like I usually get something out of it, like you said, and it at least moves the
Yeah.
plot forward. There were a couple shows that were a little iffy over the last couple of years, but I feel like I always leave enjoying it. But I'm just easy to please. I don't know. Marvel content comes on, and I get excited. I'm like, what's coming next in the Marvel universe? What am I going to learn about it?
Yeah. I mean, you get to see your comic book characters from when you were a kid on TV, live
Yeah.
action. What could be better?
Exactly. Exactly. Well, hey, I want to talk about more MCU in the news today, so we're going to hop into it.
The Watchers Report.
All right. So, news today, we don't have a ton of MCU news, but I do have one piece of MCU news I wanted to share. So, I'm going to switch to my screen share here. Daredevil Born Again confirmed they're going to be shooting a season 3. So, we've only got season 1 so far, but yeah, they got the green light and they're ready to go. I believe shooting starts sometime 2026.
Yeah, I'm behind on this. I enjoyed the original Daredevil series that was out. I haven't seen the first season of Born Again, but it's on
Bro.
my watch list. I like to binge watch those things, and I don't want to break it up. So I'm waiting for a time period where I can actually sit down
Okay.
and just watch them straight through. You know what I
It's
mean?
a good
If it's a show
excuse.
I've watched
Yeah.
before, yeah, if it's a show I've watched before, I'll throw it on my headphones and just listen to it while I'm driving because it's like a podcast or like an audiobook at that point in time, and
Yeah.
you just listen to it because you already know the scenes. But when you kinda listen to it back, it's almost like you're listening to a baseball game on the radio. You're imagining everything yourself. So the story unfolds differently too than when you're just watching it on TV.
That's
But
true.
I wanna take time to actually sit down and watch the entire thing all the way through. The problem is you always get new things get added to that, whether it's Superman or Fantastic Four or Disney movies, whatever it is. So it kinda just keeps getting pushed down, and then it kinda gets a little bit closer, and then
Oh man.
eventually, we'll get to it eventually.
Okay. You got to put it up a little high. It's good, man. It's good. It's good. You're going to like it. You're going to like it.
Alright.
But yeah, so season 3, I'm very excited about this. I'm a big fan of the original Daredevil as well, and my wife and I were really excited when they announced it because that's one of her favorite shows too. Was the original Daredevil. And this one it lived up to the hype for sure of the old one. So, if you are a Daredevil fan, look forward to that. In card news, we have Magic the Gathering, the Spider-Man set. I just wanted to note is going to drop very very soon. We're basically in release week. So you've got and I just showed a picture here. This is like the scene box, and I wanted to show this off because this is what I'm getting personally. I'm not getting much of this set. I'm not going to collect much of it. But Dan DeSantos did the art for this box, and this box art is actually split up, I believe, into 6 different cards. I think it might be, and they make this scene,
Mhm.
so you can get those 6 cards together. It makes this
Oh,
scene.
nice.
So,
Looks like a
um,
little puzzle.
exactly, exactly. And I believe it comes with every box, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, you know what? That box is good for me. I'll get that one. And then I'm probably done. I might pick up a card or 2 extra, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think most of the cards that I will want are going to be in that collector's box, and they are going to be
Mhm.
pricey.
Now, are you collecting these because I know your history with Magic the Gathering. So is that why you're collecting these because it's a Magic the Gathering set, or are you collecting it because it's a Marvel set? Because that Scarlet Witch isn't in this set, correct?
She isn't.
Or does she
No,
have a card?
Scarlet Witch is not in this set. The only reason I want this set is so I actually have never played Magic. I've played a lot of TCGs, and ironically, the biggest one is the one I've never played.
Mm,
um,
gotcha.
but I love Dan DeSantos. I love his art, so I do try to pick up the cards that he does. And I mean, I just love this box art. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'll get this. It's the first Magic set for Marvel. I want to participate in it to some capacity. So I thought this would be a fun way just to open up some cards and look at some cool art. And then if there's just some other cards that just appeal to me, like I really want the Infinity Stone. That thing's beautiful, dude.
Ah, okay.
That full art Infinity Stone. Oh my gosh, I never thought a stone would be something I'd want to chase. Just to, but, but the artist just did such an amazing job on it.
Yeah, I think they missed the boat on that one. That's one they could have done like a One Ring sort of situation with that.
Oh my gosh,
Having
I would have
the
been so
gauntlet,
mad though.
having the gauntlet with like all stones, and then you have like a one, but then you also have like a gauntlet with like one stone, and it's all the different stones, but it's only got one stone in it each time, and those are maybe numbered out of 100 or whatever they are. I think that'd be kind of cool if they would have had that because I don't believe they have serial numbered cards in this product at all, right?
I don't think so. I know, and I've heard a lot of debate on that because I believe they have done them often in the past. No expert in Magic, so please don't come for me in the comments. But I'm pretty sure
So
that
I
they
know
typically did in the
Final
collector's
Fantasy
box.
did,
Yeah,
and Lord of the Rings had, but I'm not sure about the other ones.
yeah. So I think everyone was just assuming that Marvel would, but to my knowledge, I haven't heard anything about a serial number card in this set. So yeah, I don't know, but I love your idea. They need to hire you and get you on the dev team because that's that's a great idea. So if you are excited for Magic the Gathering, Spider-Man, just a reminder, Secret Lair drop September 22nd. We still don't know the time, so I won't even get to do a podcast to share what time you all should go on and be ready for the drop, but just be on the lookout. Pay attention to Secret Lair, Wizards of the Coast, be looking on Instagram, all that good stuff. It'll be announced ahead of time, and just be ready to be on that website right when it drops September 22nd, and then the full release of the set is on September 26th, and there's a lot of pre-release events going on right now. So if you are listening to this and it's Saturday, you might want to see if there's still space at your local card shop. You might be able to get in this weekend and play a little Magic and check out the new cards.
There you go.
All right, so moving into some comic news here. There's just 2 comics I wanted to mention that dropped this week. The first, this is a pretty crazy crossover. We get Deadpool and Batman, #1. So,
And there are some really cool variant covers of this product as well.
yes, I mean, look at these, man. These are great. You've got the base cover. You've got Deadpool and Wolverine, of course, on it. But then you've got one that just really features Batman, where you just see Deadpool's arm at the top left.
I believe that's a wraparound cover. So on the back is Deadpool.
Oh, get out. Is it really?
So on the front, I believe so. I
That's so
think I saw an
sick.
image of that today. Don't quote me on that. So if I'm wrong, oh well, whatever. If I'm not, I believe the cover is Batman and the back is Deadpool.
Oh my gosh, that is
'Cause
so cool.
sometimes they'll do it like that, where you open it up and it's the whole thing, and then sometimes they'll do it where you have the Batman would be one cover, and then Deadpool would be the variant.
Wow, that would be sick, dude. Yeah, I hope
But I
they did
believe this
that.
one's a wraparound.
Okay. I hope they did that because that would look really good on this. But yeah, these variants are great. I mean, you've got one with Deadpool and the Infinity Gauntlet on, and half of the characters in the background are DC, the other half are Marvel. You've got like the cartoon version.
And then you've got
They randomly throw Wolverine
the
on
top,
there.
right one there with Rogue and Poison Ivy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Rogue and
Rogue and
Poison
Poison Ivy
Ivy.
on that top right one, yeah.
Yes, that one's great.
Cosmo and Jeff, that one will be a good one. People
Oh, people are gonna go nuts over that. People love, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's not Cosmo, is it? That's what's his name? From DC.
What's
I just saw the
yeah,
movie.
not Cosmo. I forget what yeah.
I can't even remember his name. Tell us in the comments. So someone
Somebody
will
in the
correct us.
comments.
Yeah. Oh, Crypto. It's right on there. Crypto.
There you go. Cosmo, Crypto,
Cosmo
same
Crypto.
thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Dog with a cape, dog
That's right.
in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. They're dogs. But dude, yeah, Jeff is really
They're
taking
good
off.
boys.
Yeah, they're real good boys. I got a Jeff card actually that I'm gonna share in a minute, a new pickups. But oh dude,
That is
the homage.
that cover right there. I hadn't seen that one. There is an alternate of that where it's Deadpool is where Batman is, and Batman's in the reflection on the claws. So you have one of each. If you visit EPAC and you go to Collect Forever, you can actually pre-order covers right now through them as well.
Good tip.
And they show the Deadpool with the Batman on the claws.
Dude, solid. Yeah, and if you're just listening in and not watching on YouTube, this is a crazy good cover. You've got Batman with claws like he's Wolverine, and it's that iconic shot where you see Deadpool reflected in the blades, kind of like when you would see Hulk reflected in the blades of Wolverine. That's so cool, dude.
Right.
Man. Yeah, there's a ton of variants for this too. You've got Magic.
And I love that. I love that the comics and I love that the covers didn't stick to just Batman and Deadpool. That they put
Yeah.
various
They put all kinds
Marvel
of stuff
and
in
DC
here.
characters.
You got Elektra on there. Is that a Peach? It looks like Peach.
Is that a peach? That looks like peach.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure that's Peach right there. That one's
Sandra
awesome.
Kane back, girl.
Man, you got Psylocke. Ton of great characters, man.
You get they're gonna have like the 1 in 25 variants, the 1 in 50, 1 in 100, 1 in whatever variants are also gonna be out there. Some of those covers you can see on EPAC Collect Forever, where you can buy the comic books ahead of time or pre-order them, I should say. So you can see some of those covers early.
Nice.
Whereas like in this instance, some of these covers might be those variants, but they're not showing you every option that's out there. They do so many variant covers these days.
So many, dude. It's it almost gets a little bit ridiculous, but
Yeah.
it's worth it on this one though, because oh my gosh, the art, like a lot of them just have a bunch of duds, and then there's like one or two that it's like, okay, I gotta have those. this one, man, they're just all great. They went
Yeah.
all out for this. I mean, I would expect they would. It's Deadpool Batman. So I'm glad they did. But we've also got Marvel Zombies Red Band #1. Figured I'd mention this. By the way, in Deadpool Batman 1, it's also the first appearance of a character called Logo, which is a mashup of Wolverine and Lobo.
Hmm.
So
I wonder how much people are gonna gravitate to that as like a key comic. Like you were talking with Donnie, like what's a key comic, right? The
and
first appearance thing. I mean, who knows? That could be years before that's even decided if that becomes something of relevance.
exactly. Yeah. And so if you go on like the apps, a lot of the apps that like you can just watch your comic books or like organize or collect or whatever,
Mhm.
a lot of them are considering this one a key. And I don't know if it's just because it's first appearance. There's a first appearance character in
It
there,
could be,
or it's because it's
yeah, first
Deadpool
appearance
Batman 1.
could be, yeah, crossover stuff like that.
Right. Right. So it's got a few things going for it. But anyways, I thought I'd throw in Marvel Zombies Red Band #1 as well, just because we do have Marvel Zombies dropping soon. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. That's, I think, a week away now. We're getting really close to Marvel Zombies on Disney
Nice.
Plus. But yeah, there's some cool variant covers for this one as well. The main one, you've got the Fantastic Four on it as zombies. But then you got some different ones going on here. You got a really cool Hulk, where he's hulking out in like a zombie style. A lot of Fantastic Four on there. Look at this one though. You've got this
Oh yeah,
crazy looking zombie Reed Richards just wrapped around Spider Man. Is
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one looks nuts. And then you've got this like old school style comic in there too. So pretty neat. So if you're into comics, those would be my two recommendations, maybe two to look into this week that you might want to go to your local comic book shop and check out. All right, moving on to some gaming news. Just Marvel Snap wanted to remind everyone, Deadpool's Diner is live and you can earn a free new card. They introduced Danger as a new card. So you can play Marvel Snap. It's free to play Deadpool's Diner and you can earn yourself a free card. So if you're into the game, I would definitely get in while the event's live. Other than that, I don't really have any gaming news. I do want to talk about OAX a little bit. I'm very excited. I just announced last week, this is going to be my first time going to OAX this year. This coming
Nice.
year at least. And I just wanted to share some of the new announcements since last week's podcast. A few new artists dropped commissions. One already sold out, Anacleto. But you do have Gigzilla has commissions available. You still got some of the ones that we've already known about. But a few new ones. I believe Brian Haberlin may be new on there. Jim Jimenez,
Nice.
new one. Tony Perna's been on there, but he's almost gone. So if you do want any Perna commissions, definitely jump on that quickly. I think he's only got a few left. Von Randall, they announced him as well. They just announced him, and he's almost gone on
And he's
commissions.
almost sold out. So that just
Yes.
tells you what people think of his art.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You've got also Harvey Talibau. I don't know if I said his last name right. I apologize if I said it wrong. But phenomenal art there as well, especially if you're into like grayscale, like pencil sketch looking art. Really nice stuff that he does. So just wanted to make sure everyone knew that there are some new artists that just dropped on OAX. And I think there's still news to come. So make sure you are paying attention to CAF, comic art fans, and then obviously the OAX website if you're planning to go this year. All right. And then speaking of Tony Perna, I did want to share some of the art that he released for their upcoming set in from Perna Studios, Halloween 6, Alone in the Dark. We went through and showcased a bunch of them last week on the show. I just wanted to share the new artists that he dropped their sketch cards they did for this week. So you've got Danielle Gransau. Hopefully I said her name right. Really nice looking art. You've got Benjamin Glendenning. He has
That's
this.
right.
These names they're testing me, Nathan.
They do. They do. Especially with the Perna Studios set.
Yeah, I know, but the art is just so good. Like that mummy holding a cat, that thing looks crazy. I love it. The witch with the pumpkin costume, just so good. Andre Toma, man, I would be so excited to pull a Toma sketch. And this, I don't even know what to call this. This like demon looking woman, like elven almost looking, holding a skull.
Yeah,
That's
she's
just
got
like,
she's got like wings on
yeah,
her in the background, looks like.
that's just like classic Toma art right there. I really like that. Really cool. You've got Athena Constantinidou. I was so close to saying that without slowing down. But wow, these are good. Just some really nice portraits and these kind of creepy but not creepy looking ladies on here. The one holding a pumpkin, then you got one in like a wedding gown. Pretty cool. And then you've got Kelly Everett. You've got a witch, so that's one of the ones I really like from this one that I'll be chasing after. But I really like this one where she did just this like kid with a Frankenstein mask on going to trick or treat. And I don't know what that is, some sort of werewolf or something that he's going to trick or treat for. And then the last one I'll share, we might have shared this one last week, but I'll share it again because Malik is amazing. Her art's fantastic. So Malik Akar also on the set did this really cool just zombie sketch card, perfect timing with Marvel Zombies. There's just a million zombies on there.
Yeah, I like the one on the top left there, with the lady with the horns. Looks like Stephanie Vaquer from WWE.
Yeah, it kind of does actually. You're right. And okay, so it has to look a lot like her because I don't even watch WWE, and I immediately knew the
And you know,
reference. Yeah, I immediately knew the reference. Yep, yep.
nice.
One thing I like to do too in the Perna Studio sets, even though it's obviously none of it is licensed IP, but I do like to look for ones that kind of resemble a Marvel character, you know, because sometimes
There
you
you go.
get that, like
It's
especially the
got
Halloween
a little bit
set.
of Scarlet Witch-esque,
You
yeah,
know, hey, there's witches, so
a little bit.
we'll see. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. But anyways, that will do it for the news. I do want to get into some pickups though.
Oh, alright.
The Collector's Hall.
Nathan, have you gotten any new pickups recently that you wanted to talk about or share?
Show you my cards. Uh, because I'm on the road all the time, I get them like every couple months. I get to get my hands on them. So my domino collection stays with me on the truck, whether my wife's at home or not. But yeah, I picked some stuff up recently. You want all of them, the big hitters? I
Whatever you want to
mean,
share, man.
it, yeah. I mean, I don't mind sharing all my stuff, dude. My stuff is completely public. My master domino checklist is out there. It's available. It's linked in the description notes in my YouTube. It's like somebody clicks on it live, they'll know exactly what I have, what's
I've
on the
looked at
way,
it. So
when.
funny thing, Nathan. When I started collecting, I used your list to look at so I could figure out what the heck I was doing with Scarlet Witch.
I mean,
So
it's not. Yeah, that started with TCDB was a great point to jump off of to start that, and then it was eBay searches or whatever. But for
yep.
pickups, all right. So let's see. Arasta on Instagram hooked me up. I got a nice purple out of 13 from Matriarchs for
Wow, he's such
Domino.
a good dude.
So that finished the rainbow for me.
Really? Oh
Rainbow's a big
wow.
topic. Everybody's got different discussions on that. This was one plate, 101, all the way through base card. So everything.
Wow, dude,
Um,
that's major. Congrats.
I I also picked up 2 more of the Matriarch's printing plates, so now I have 3 of the 4 printing plates as well.
Good
So
lord.
I'm missing the cyan plate for Matriarchs, so anybody out there, if you have it or if you know somebody that has it or if you pull it, let me know.
Get it to
Because
Nathan.
that would finish off that complete rainbow, of everything in that set.
Holy crap.
Um, Picked up a couple out of fives for the Topps Chrome sets, a black out of 10 claw cut for the Topps Chrome set,
Holy crap.
the 101 Sapphire for the Topps Chrome set. Let
Dude,
me see what
this
else.
is insane.
So it's not even it's not said you wanted to know pickups, so that's what I picked up recently. So it's not like a
Wow.
braggadocious thing or anything like that, because again,
No.
those aren't my
Dude,
favorite cards at all. It's
yeah, but
just the
these
way
are
I
some
collect
major
domino.
pickups though.
It's because of the way I collect domino. There's a spot in the binder for them. So
Yep.
if they come up and they're available, then the spot gets filled if I'm able to financially do that. I had to pass on a masterpieces plate because it wasn't at the number that I value the plate at. So somebody
I get it.
else that collects domino valued the plate more than I did, and that's fine. And
Sure.
that's where I'm okay with it. Like if it's for me, the plates, the 101s, they have a spot in the binder. If I'm able to come into possession of that card, it goes in the binder. If I can't, then the spot's there. Maybe later on I get it. But I don't have to have all of it. But the checklist and the binder set up to have all of it. Does that make sense?
No, that does make sense. That
Um,
does make sense. Yeah.
it's just yeah, but I don't feel the need to have that stuff. Like I passed up on a couple different 101s, like one from Platinum. I passed up on a 101 from the 2024 Topps Chrome set. It's just they weren't at numbers that I felt the
Yeah.
cards were worth. So then you pass up on them. And I think it's a healthy way to do it because you just come back around to it later on. if
Nice.
you're able to. You just come back around to it later on. You go over here and you work on the sets a little bit. So yeah, so those are kind of some of the Domino cards. Not Domino, but my other PC is Stephanie Brown Batgirl from
Okay.
DC. I picked up her Marvel Annual 101 and her hologram. The only thing I need from that line for the DC Annual set is the a hologram plate, and then I'll have one of everything for Stephanie Brown from the DC Annual set.
Wow. Man,
So
you've been
yeah,
busy, dude.
yeah.
That's big. Wow. So are you going in on her like for all the DC sets? Like are you pretty much chasing all the
Yeah,
upper deck
so
DC sets that are coming
yeah,
out?
the Stephanie Brown Batgirl, that'll be whether it's Batgirl or Spoiler because she's got those different characters. If they release cards with her as Robin, so it's Stephanie Brown is the PC.
Okay.
The different personas of Batgirl, Spoiler, Robin, those just are kind of whatever that they end up using costume wise that they're allowed to.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's cool. I wish I was more into DC because I miss chasing these upper deck sets, but I can't do it. I just stick with Scarlet Witch and that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that because it keeps you focused as opposed to now that like kind of diverts the attention elsewhere. But it
Somewhat.
also gives me another avenue to kind of like, okay, there's nothing here for Domino right now. I can go over here and I can play around with cards and still be involved with cards over in this area.
See, I say that, and then you're gonna be like, "You're not focused at all." When I share my pickups. But any other 101s, plates, anything? Just a casual little,
Well, there was
He's gonna pull out like an OA from behind him and be like, "Well, I got this."
no. Okay, so I do have art, but I don't have like I mean, art is original art. Sketch cards is original art.
Sure, I agree.
If you're talking OA in the perspective that most people do, where you're talking like card art,
Yeah.
original art, I don't own any of that. The only thing close to that I own is a '94 Hildebrandt preliminary
Oh yeah.
drawing pencil for Domino. So it's not the exact image that was used on the card because they did a bunch of different ones and then they just kind of mashed them up
Yes.
to
Yes.
create the image. But I have one of the preliminaries. So that's the closest thing I have to like an OA
Dude, that's an
of any
awesome
sort.
piece to have though. I'd love to see that one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've
it's a
seen
nice
that
little
one
piece.
that you have.
I don't think I ever uploaded that to Instagram or anything like that. I have it framed in like a glass frame or whatever, like a glass shadow box frame.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, art wise, I haven't really picked up too much. Some Ninja Turtles stuff recently. Marvel Inc. Jonathan Levesque did some Ninja Turtles things,
Oh,
but
I love his
other
work.
than that, just cards for the binders, cards for the sets, those sort of things.
Nice, man. Well, I've got a few pickups to share. I got really into this Marvel Rivals set from Cockawell,
Hmm.
and pretty much every week since it's dropped, I've had new pickups from it. So here's me already being not focused. Here's a little Jeff that I picked up. The Jeff hype has gotten to me. I've decided I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
pick up one of each insert from this set. There's only 10 of them. It's just
Okay.
10 different shots of Jeff. He got his. I forget what they called it, but it's literally just like the Jeff insert, and it's just 10 different pictures and
And
they're all
he's
out of
just dressed
66.
differently.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just dressed differently or like this one, he just has a dog collar on that just says Jeff. That's it.
Oh,
So yeah, I think I've got two now. So it's going to be a slow grind. I'm not in no rush for that one. I did get a Scarlet from here. I'll actually pull this out of the top loader. That glare is just horrible. If anyone is interested, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to share this. It is very hard to figure out what cards your character is on in this Marvel Rival set. And the reason is because of cards like this. So they have these poster cards
Yep.
and they don't actually name the characters that are on them because some of them have like 30 characters on it,
Yep.
literally. So I went through and I made a little Excel spreadsheet of every card and I listed out every single character that is on every card that doesn't actually have the character's name on the card. So if you're, sick in the head like me and you need that, I already did it. I already did it. You don't have to waste those hours
I
of
mean,
your life.
that's borderline Matt Fuller addiction to like the characters on the cards. So
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like cards like this one that I also got because Scarlet's on it, this poster, I mean, there's just like a million characters on both sides of that thing.
yeah.
So, and it was funny. We were sitting there trying to figure out some of them in a group chat because some of these Marvel Rival cards, the characters at least, they have these costumes that are so different
Hmm.
than the way you usually see them in the comics. Like, I'll share this one here. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it that well. Maybe in post I can like put a little thing on there.
Yeah, it's kind of got the water in the front with the reflection.
Yes, yes. So you've got Black Panther tying this headband around him, but if you just look at the card, it looks like Iron Fist when you first look at it because it's the headband. But if you look closely, it's Black Panther and he's talking to Bast or Bast, however you say it. But anyways, so got some Marvel Rivals cards. I did get a few comic cuts. So shout out to my good buddy Fausto. He gifted me this. He actually did a little. We did a little fun game. I don't even know how to describe it. Anyways, I essentially won this from Fausto. So shout out to Fausto. I appreciate it. Very, very cool cut. We also got this one from She-Hulk #1. So we got a first appearance She-Hulk here. So I was excited to add that. I don't know why, but I now have 2 first appearance She-Hulk cuts. I don't know how they fell into my lap. I don't collect She-Hulk. I just saw them. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want it. And here it is. We do have some Scarlet Witch cards finally.
Okay.
We got a real nice comic cut, portrait style from Scarlet Witch
Yeah,
number
that's
1,
really cool.
2023. So I think this is my 6th cut from Scarlet Witch #1. I would love to find
What's
3
that set
more.
from?
This is Avengers Metal.
Okay.
Avengers Metal, yep. And I would love to find 3 more of these because then
Hmm.
for Scarlet Witch #1, I'd have a 9-page in my binder. That's just a page of all just Scarlet Witch #1. So that is a little goal that I've got. I guess this is my biggest Scarlet Witch pickup that I've gotten. It's nothing huge, but it's the Simone
Oh,
Bianchi
nice.
auto red from Midnight Suns, so Scarlet Witch. So
At least Midnight Suns had his autos in it, unlike the Third Ultra Avengers.
yeah, and I love his auto too. He has a really nice auto. And then I wanted to share these 2 cards. So I went really hard on 2022 Marvel Masterpieces on EPAC, and
Okay.
I finally sent the last of the cards that I was dragging my feet on sending home. And from ComC, I had them for sale just because they aren't PC cards, and I'd offered them the trade, and no one had reached out. And I sent them home, and one of them was a Metallurgy Lizard out of 25 because there's so many lizard collectors out there. It was hard to keep turning people down just how much money they're throwing at me. But sent it home, but there was this like huge streak across the card. Like it wasn't a print line. This was like literally the ink was missing across the center of the
Hmm.
card. And I was like, man, that kind of sucks. And it's an out of 25 hit. So I emailed Upper
Right.
Deck and they said, hey, send it in and we'll give you a replacement. And I will say, and I don't condone anyone just trying to like damage their cards on purpose or try to abuse the system to get better cards. But if you truly do have an issue, like I've only had an issue twice ever. If you do have an issue with a card and it's genuine, they will make it right. You do need to keep your ComC slip, so don't throw it out like I usually do.
Yep.
You need to keep the slip and you have to take a picture of it and then send it in. But if you do, they will oftentimes make it right. They sent me 2 cards. They sent me this auto from Beginnings. It's like a Black Panther cover, I
Oh, nice.
believe. And then it's Marvel Comics Presents, but Black Panther's on it. And then they sent me a 2013 red PMG of Mystique.
They're handing those things out like crazy. That's awesome, man.
Dude, I was like, what? And I was really
Great.
excited because our buddy Graydon loves PMGs and he
Mhm.
loves Mystique. So I hit him up and this card is going to Graydon. So
That's
it was
awesome.
perfect. Yep.
Yeah. I had Spider-Man Metal come out, and I pulled a Superior Spider-Man Red PMG, and it was really bad flicking on the
Wow.
card. And so we submitted that for replacement, and they had sent me a Green Goblin 2013 Red PMG as a replacement for it. And I
Okay.
was like,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I posted it in like one of the groups, and somebody reached out and said, "Hey, I'm a Green Goblin collector. I just got my replacement card, and it was a Domino Red from 20.
Get out.
You want to just swap?" I was like, "Yep." So we just mailed each other the cards and worked out perfect.
Dude, what a cool story. That is so awesome. That is so cool. Like, that's just fate. That's literally just fate.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, those are all my pickups. But speaking of Domino, man, I want to get more into your collection.
Today's focus.
So, Nathan, why Domino?
Yeah. Everybody has a really in-depth reason. I don't. She's
That's
cool.
okay. Yeah.
That's it. She's cool. She looks cool. She kicks ass. That's the only reasoning I have for it.
What else do you need?
People have like, yeah, you don't need anything more than that, honestly. Like you find a character. Like originally when I started collecting Marvel cards, it was Wolverine and Black Cat, and I'm like, I can't collect Wolverine in any fashion that gets me into good cards or what people perceive as
You're
good
telling me you
cards.
couldn't collect Wolverine and pick up like all those one-on-ones like you did this week?
No, I mean, I'm not a baller like Raj, so I can't be out there grabbing all these cards left and right. And guys like Ian Taylor hogging up all the Black Cats already. So, I mean, you can't compete with that sort of stuff. So I was just like, "You know what? Let me go over here where it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people are at." I was like, "Ah, here's Domino." I've seen her in X-Force comics. I've seen her in the movies, with Zazie Beetz and stuff, and I like the cards, I like the image, I like the character. I'm like, "That's my character." And then it kinda snowballed from there. So,
Dude, then that's awesome. And that's all you need.
yeah.
There doesn't have to be this crazy origin story. It's just a character you
No,
enjoy.
just a character you enjoy, and then you just go down a rabbit hole,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you were kinda the same way with Scarlet Witch though, right? Because 'Cause you're like, when you came into Marvel, you're like, "Where do I wanna go? What do I wanna collect?" And
Oh yeah,
you
it was
just
hard.
had to find you just kinda narrow it down, and
Yeah.
sometimes, if you're Justin, the characters come to you,
Yeah.
and Hercules becomes your new PC. I mean, it just is what it is.
That was beautifully said. Shout out to our good Hercules collector, Justin. But no, I mean, I had narrowed mine down to like, I thought when I first got into Marvel cards, which wasn't even that long ago, it's like a year and a half now, maybe.
Mhm.
I had narrowed it down to like 20, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. I got it down to like 20 characters. And then when I really got into it, I was like, I cannot collect 20 characters. It's like, I don't even think I can collect two characters.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you could, right? You would have if you wanted to go that
For
far
what I
with
wanted to
it, you'd
do.
really have yeah, for what you have to figure out what you wanna do with it, like, how you wanna actually collect that character if you're gonna do that.
Yes.
20's possible, but probably not in the out of 10, out of 5, 1-to-1 plate
No.
range.
Yeah, you're not doing the full rainbows
So,
and stuff like that. Now, you could though, like you said though, if that's what you want to do, you might just pick an insert each set and say, okay, just
mhm,
this one insert, I just want one for these characters, and then I move to the next set.
yep.
I am, and you as well. We're just a little crazy, and instead we want like 50 of that card of the one character from every set. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter it's the same image or not. It doesn't matter I filled up 2 9 pocket pages with the same image. Who cares?
I was showing my wife my Marvel Platinum Rainbow of Scarlet Witch, and I have almost all of them now. I'm very close. I'm missing. I'm like, I don't have the one of ones. I don't have the out of fives.
Sure.
But I have like 1 out of 10, and then I've got most of the others. And I was showing her, and she was like, "Why do you have the same card like 30 times?" I was like, "It's not the same card."
It's not the same card. See the number they stamped on it? It's different.
I was like,
Or the
ah.
number they didn't stamp on it.
Right, right. I know. She's like, well, that one's different. I was like, it's a different card. We're still on this page of 20 of this one.
Yeah.
But
Well, don't show her the X-Men medal because you won't be able to tell her the difference. So,
yeah, yeah, I know.
like, "No, that one's a black. Can't be that."
Right. Oh my word. All right. So I want to hear more about your criteria for Domino. So
Sure.
is it just you're taking rainbows from every set as far as you can, or do you have more rhyme and reason to it?
That's exactly it. So the checklist that I built is every single physical card that I know exists, whether it's international, US, North America release, whatever it is. Every single card, every variant of those cards, every printing plate of those cards, every pack pulled, autographed, whatever it is on my domino checklist.
Okay.
And it's marked I either have it, I need it, or it's in transit. Meaning I already purchased it and it's on its way.
Let me tell you
The
how
only thing that's
smart
not
that is to put in transit. I learned that from you, and it is so freaking smart. Because you know how many times I have like bought a card twice?
Mhm. Oh, yeah, happens to me, and I use the checklist.
This one right
So,
here, this out of 50 Scarlet Witch, I've got two of them. That's why it's sitting here. I mean,
yeah, it
I've done that
happens to
so many
me. It's
times.
usually on, like, something that's, like, 3.99 or higher, number-wise,
Yeah, you're like, this
or
idiot
base
bought two out
card or
of
something like
50s.
that. I'm like, "Ugh." I did that, with the Unbound auto,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was because I had been talking to 2 different people at the same time, and, like, it took a while for the one to get back to me, and I was like, "Forget it, I'll just take it." whatever. I like the Fred Ian stuff, so I'll have 2, and if I ever wanna trade one, I can trade one to get into something else, or I
There
can
you go.
sell to somebody else that's a Domino collector, or eventually give it away or whatever, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I put in transit if it's in transit, and I'll put a little note like ComC or eBay or a trade from so and so. You know, I don't mark plates or 101s as need cards, and it's more of a tracking reason because at the bottom of my spreadsheet I have like the statistics of what I have, what's in transit, how many I need, total percentage of her cards that I own, total percentage of the 101s and plates that I own, and all that's, people can see that. And then underneath that section, I have like aftermarket autos and comic cuts and sketches and stuff like that are listed out there.
So how do you list out the
Oh,
sketches?
so the sketches just I haven't put the sketches into the system yet, but essentially just artist. That's it. Like it's a sketch
Okay.
by this artist. I don't. I have a bunch of the pack. I have a bunch of different pack pulled ones, but I don't care if the card's pack pulled. I don't care if the art that's on the card is done by an artist that was on the set or did a sketch card on the set. It doesn't matter. That's the blank they had to draw on, so that's what they drew on. That's
Yeah.
the blank I bought and sent to them to draw on. So they're the artist for that card.
Yeah.
Because of the way I collect Domino, it's the cards aren't ever going anywhere unless I die or if I need Firestarter during the
Right.
apocalypse, you know? But yeah, so for sketches, I don't really concern myself too much with pack pulled, aftermarket, any of that. As long
Okay.
as I like it, and that's it. That's all that matters.
I love that. And so how do you pick your list of artists?
People show I either see it, they participate in MinoCon, I see an Instagram reel and I like their art or I like their style, and then I go, "Yep, okay, cool. Do I
That's
want to get a card at this point?"
love it.
That's it. That's the only way I do it. I don't worry about what their cards sell in the aftermarket because again, that's not relevant to every single card that I bought that's domino related. They have value. The value to me is just they're part of my collection. I don't look at it as like, is this card going to be worth 10x in a year, or can I make money off of this sketch in a year from now or next month? You know, when something pops off, it's all sunk cost. So
Right.
it's for me, it's a legit just hobby
Yes.
in that I just enjoy doing it. It's a way for me to have mental health therapy because, the sorting, all that stuff, the logging, the tracking, the putting it in the binder, reorganizing the binder, all that is good therapy for me, especially out here on the road.
Yeah.
Um, it just kind of relax. So
For all of our listeners tuning in, a lot of people, especially newer to Marvel cards, right? They want to know like how do I collect? Like how do you collect cards? And it's so funny when people ask that because I'm like I don't know. Like how do you want to like what
yeah,
do you like? But the
yeah,
way you've
it's
broken it down, it's so like it doesn't need to be some crazy complex
it
formula.
doesn't. It doesn't. And
It can be so simple.
there's there's nice things about knowing history of your characters, all that stuff. I know Fausto is a big proponent of you should know the history of it, and I don't disagree that you should know something about the character you're trying to collect, right? But I don't think you have to know every single thing about that person or that character, right?
Sure.
To just enjoy them, because you
Yeah.
can just enjoy the art as well. You can just enjoy, Jubilee because she was on the original animated series, and that's the reason you enjoyed her because at that point in time in your life, you something triggered. That's the person that you connected with, right?
Yeah.
And then that could be your only reason for doing that without doing any further research on it. You had specifically asked the criteria for the Domino collection itself. So we broke down kind of like what goes in there, like number wise. Like, is there a limit to that? No, there's not a limit to it because it's supposed to be a master collection of Domino.
Okay.
I don't I don't put stickers, so I don't like go after the sticker sets. I think Michael Salter recently opened up like a Deadpool sticker set, and there's a bunch of cards or a bunch of stickers in there, but I'm not including those because they're not actual trading cards. So for her, it has to be her card, or she has to be an equal part of the team on the card. She can't just have like, oh, here's her hand, her name's on the back of the card, or anything like that. Like that,
She has
there's
to be featured
yeah,
to some
she's gotta
capacity.
be featured on the card, right,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. So that's the minimum criteria for her to be put into the binder. Now would I get the stickers from, like, that Deadpool set? Maybe, but they wouldn't go in the binder, right? They might go, like, just in a box with other stuff, if I had traded for them or something like that, but I'm not going out of my way to get those sort of things. A lot of people collect everything for their character. The only other thing I collect for Domino is her comic books. So I have like the X Force run, like 1 through 20, 'cause she's got New Mutants 90. She's got 3 different first appearances apparently. New Mutants 98,
Really?
which really
What?
isn't her, it's
How does that
Copycat.
work?
X Force 8, where it's her first appearance as part of the team, and then like X Force 11 is like her first
Okay.
official appearance or something. So it's like Hulk 180, Hulk 181. Wolverine's first appearance is 181. No, it's not. He appeared in a full panel at the last
In
page of
180.
180. It's just his first cover.
Right.
So people gravitate to that more because, oh, if I put Hulk 180 on display, I don't get to see Wolverine.
Right.
So I go to 181 and Wolverine's on the front page. So if I have the graded copy of that, now it's worth more because Wolverine's on the cover of it versus on an interior page of it, right? So there's things like that that I kind of chuckle at. But yeah, comic books for Domino. If she's got a cool cover, I like those. And then she's got a few different. I think she's only got like 2 or 3 different Marvel Legends figures out there.
Okay.
So I have a couple of those. I
Nice.
have the Zazie Beats version. I've got like the early '90s version, and then the more modern version for her. So
Nice.
that's pretty much it. I think there's like 1 or 2 pops that exist for her as well. Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's the extent of it. So and then art, occasionally commission somebody to do some art pieces and stuff like that. I'm gonna kind of give him a little criticism here, Dre. It's been a year and a half, Dre. Just saying. No, Dre's awesome. Dre's awesome. That's a commission that he can take 5 years on it, and it's fine.
I would love to get a Drake commission one day. He's on my list.
Well worthwhile. Well worth the wait too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure his work's phenomenal. So you have this massive collection, all these different things, and I know you've referenced the binder. Can you go into a little more detail about how you have these binders set up?
So the binders are chronological order,
Okay.
basically from 1992 on to today. And typically, you get into the later years or the newer, more recent years where there's multiple sets in a year. I just try to go in the order that the sets actually came out, like
Yep.
released. Not necessarily, but that changes too. So if you have like a set that's labeled like 23, 24, but it doesn't come out till 25, and there was already a 25 set that came out, it goes in the 23, 24 spot, and it just stays in the order as far as like what the titling of the set itself is.
Okay.
But within the year, so any of the sets
Okay.
that come out 2025, they
I
just
love
get
it.
put in order based on when they got released.
I really like that. I love how specific it is. It's very intentional. I like that a lot.
And the only time I skip a spot in the binder, so I have one spot that ends at 2011 beginnings. I have like four, those little white card dividers that you would use in like a 4 row box to
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
separate
Yeah.
sets or whatever.
Yep.
I have 4 of those in the last 4 spots on that specific page where 2011 beginnings ends, because the next page is 2013 Clear Retro, and all the PMGs and the blasters and everything all fit on that 9 pocket page. So I wanted, instead of having that split up over 2 pages, I wanted that page to be
Nice.
a single, like, here it is, sort of page. So,
See, I struggle with that in
um,
my binders. I have had the same thing. Like, just random example. There are 3 different puzzle sets in the Age of Ultron MCU set from Upper Deck where it spells out Avengers, the letters, but there's only 8 letters in Avengers. So every single one, there's one blank spot. So I right now just have those little memorabilia cards where they have like a piece of like the person's clothing or whatever, something that was used on the production set. I picked up 3 of those that have Scarlet Witch on them, so it's the Avengers
okay,
and then a piece of production material from the movie. But that's like my blank. But that I
yeah.
it literally didn't cross my mind to just put in a blank. that that's
Well,
that's
I
so
kind of
cool.
like the way you did it. Like for my binder, that wouldn't work, right? Because then I'm putting a card that doesn't go in there, like it doesn't fit in that spot.
Right.
Whereas like you're taking something from the movie for your character to fit in an otherwise blank spot in your binder, short of putting the A there for the next one, right? You want it to be on the page. So it's kind of cool that you're taking something from your character from a movie and putting it in the Avengers slot. Like that makes sense to do it that way because you're filling the page, but it's something that attaches it to you besides, nothing.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Now that I've got, because I was only ever going to get one of them per set that they make them for her. But
Mhm.
now that this one's set, I had to fill in these slots, right? So I was like, all right, let me pick up some more. So now I have four. Well, now I want to also see the four together. So now I'm always, I'm always like, do I start a page of just those and find a new blank? Or I'm like, I don't know what to do.
But if you put all 4 if you wanna see all 4 together, well, now you have a page with 5 blanks in it.
Oh, no, I know. Then I got to get five more.
Right, yeah. Jimmy, you gotta draw the line somewhere.
I know. I know. I know.
So, yeah, so I've got right now I've got 3 binders for Domino, 2 that are
Okay.
completely full. I not completely full because I got the 4 blank spaces, and then I have, like, 3 pages that are empty in the more recent binder, and the reason I did that is because that's the end of Upper Deck, and then the new binder is the Topps start of that,
Right.
so it's
Okay.
2024 Topps starting there, so 2024 Topps Chrome, Sapphire, 25 Topps Chrome, Sapphire are the start of the 3rd binder. So my plan with the last few pages in the Upper Deck binder is that's probably where I'll end up putting like the New Mutants 98 cuts
Okay.
because if I go through the New Mutants 98 book, she has 9 potential appearances in the book. So it works out perfectly for the 9 pocket page to if
Genius.
she did if she did end up with 9 different cuts,
Yep.
which she potentially can, then
Yep.
I can have all 9 of them on one page.
That would be so
So
cool.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And then like the cover might be something that I try to do eventually, but those they don't come up very often from that 2019 Deadpool set.
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
So,
so that's the Domino binders.
and then I have to ask, what type of binder do you use?
Come on, you already know the answer. It's the
It's a
Rayvol
Rayvol.
zipper,
Okay. All right.
the clear top loader
Part of
page
me wanted a
one.
different answer because I want to be shocked that there's some other
So
binder that
I
can
do use
compete.
different binders. No, I do use different binders for my binder sets. My binder sets end up in it depends how I'm building it because I have like a 9 pocket that holds like 700 and something cards that has 90 impel, 91, 92. It's got like 4 or 5
So
different
it's got
sets
to
in
be
one binder.
massive.
It's no bigger than the Rayvol top load binder. It's just a little bit thicker
Okay.
because it holds more cards, but they're not top loader, they're just penny sleeve.
Oh, okay. It's
They're
not a
the
top
black
loader
pages
binder.
front and back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just the base set stuff.
Okay.
Um, but I also have a 16 pocket top loader binder, which is massive for the Fleer Ultra X-Men set, the 2018 set. And that's a base silver, base silver, base
Is
silver.
it the Rayvol one?
It's the Rayvol one,
Oh
but you
my
can't top
gosh.
load the cards and put them in there because then you can't use the back of the pages. So if you just penny sleeve them and put them in there, because they're thicker, when you put the card on the back side of the page, it holds them in place so they don't slide around at all.
Okay.
So it's like having two normal size cards top loaded in the top loader binder. I've got a 16 pocket page that's not top loader, so it's just a standard page. So it's a little bit shorter, a little bit wider. That's my platinum binder,
Okay.
and that's because that's the first 100 cards have the base, the rainbow, the variant, and the variant rainbow. So it's
Whoa.
4 different sets in one, and then it also has the blue surges in there as well. So I have
Oh,
those
you
all
have a
laid out.
complete blue surge set?
Almost, not quite.
Okay.
So I got
After
some cards
after
just left to
this,
finish out there.
tell me what you need because I have some. Low chance that I
Yeah,
might have what you need, but I do have a handful of them.
sure. Excellent. But, yeah, so the set binders all vary based on what the set is and what's going in there. Like the early '90s stuff, I could put multiple sets into one binder, which is great. And then they just go in chronological order. And stuff that I'm missing, whether it's a hologram or something like that, or a promo card, those spots are in the binder
Yep.
already. They're there, even though the card's not there. And then, of course, I have Excel spreadsheets for that too. To go, this set, I'm missing these cards,
Yep.
and go through it the same way as the it's not as fine tuned as the domino checklist is. It's more just like they're highlighted green or yellow.
Yeah.
So, um,
You can't give them as much attention. Domino will get jealous. You gotta.
exactly. Yes, exactly. So I still have to start a Stephanie Brown checklist that's similar to the domino one, but I think primarily she only had a few like TCG cards, like versus style cards
Okay. Yeah.
early on as
Yeah.
spoiler. Other than that, I don't think there's been too much for us.
Now, are there any cards that don't go in the binder that stay elsewhere?
Sketches, comic cuts, aftermarket autos, those don't go in the binder.
Where
So
do they go? How do
I
you?
pulled all those. They'll probably go into a different binder at a different time, but right now they just go into like a 4-row box, and
Okay.
they're all top loaded and hang out.
Now, do you put anything on display, or does everything get stored
No,
in a binder
I
box?
mean, I did in the past. I've had cards on display, like graded cards I can put on display because 'cause I've had some graded cards gifted to me, I'll put those on display, but if it's for the domino checklist, then it goes in the binder, that's where it belongs. Doesn't matter what the numbering on the card is, 'cause it's just a piece of cardboard, so it just goes in the binder with all the other pieces of cardboard. And people might be like, "Oh, that's sacrilege, you can't do that," and I know, Graydon, I'm sorry. I know you don't like out of 10s and lower in the binder. I'm not taking shots at you, man, I promise. It's just that's how I collect. I like putting stuff in the binders, so everything goes in the binder.
Nothing wrong with that. It's funny. That's how it's funny. I was that way with Dragon Ball. No matter what, there's cards, same thing. Like sacrilege. They'd be like, "How could you put that
Mhm.
card?" And I'd have like some crazy like winter promo that's like super rare. There's like 10 of it that exists, being a penny sleeve in the binder. But it was
Well,
because it
that'd be
was
like
with all my other regional winter cards. So I wanted that page of all of them together.
somebody today, my age at 45, opening up a first year Pokemon box and putting the cards in penny sleeves and just shoving them in a binder. Like, that's sacrilege. You wouldn't do that nowadays, but you did then,
Yeah.
so why can't you now?
Yeah.
Like,
It's my card. Like,
exactly, it's my card, I do what I want. I'll put it in my
screw you.
bicycle spokes.
Yeah. Put it in my wallet.
I wanna tie it to my antenna on the truck. How you like me now?
My phone's clear case. I'm just gonna put a card right there.
My daughter does that. She's got a couple Snorlax cards that she keeps between her phone and her clear case, and she'll
Does she
swap them
really?
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. Is that her favorite character?
Yeah, Snorlax is her favorite.
That's awesome.
So and then Jubilee's her because you're Marvel,
Yeah.
Jubilee is her favorite Marvel character.
Okay. Nice. Nice. All right. Jubilee Snorlax. I'll have to remember. All right. So I want to talk a little bit more about Legends because
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. And I think a lot of
Neither
listeners are in
do
the
I.
same spot. Perfect.
Uh, yeah, Marvel Legends, man, action figures typically about 6 inches in height. They used to have Build-A-Figure waves, back in the '90s and '80s, and well, '90s mostly. Toy Biz ran a line where you actually got, like, a trading card in with the figure itself, and it, had a little stamp. It was, I think it was the '92 X-Men series, I think was what it was,
Is that how
or
you first
series
got
2.
into
It
it?
was one of those. No, no, no. I just a few years ago, it just became part of the collecting.
Okay.
Just going through the store, "Hey, there's some. Oh, they're on clearance. Those are cool. Alright, cool. Let me grab some of those." I find that the action figures are a lot easier to put on display for me. Like, I don't keep like, I've got Jon Snow here, and he's only in the plastic because I'm not at home to cut him out of the plastic. So when he's on the truck, because they bought him while I was on the truck. He just stays in the container, but everything else just comes out of the box. It doesn't stay in the box. It goes on display. They're toys. They're supposed to be played with and posed and do whatever you want with them,
Man,
right?
you're making me
Um,
self conscious. I'm like, I think I got to go take those pops out of the boxes back there.
pops stay in the box. I keep pops in the
Okay.
box,
All
and
right.
that's not an
Okay. I'm
investment
safe. I'm
thing or anything
safe.
like that. It's just when they're out of the box that heads tend to get knocked off them somehow, and I don't know why. So I just keep them in the box, and those are easier to display in the box because you can just stack them,
Yeah, and they
right?
look a
You
little
just stack
nicer
the
too.
box.
They're like
So
they
exactly.
know that you're gonna display
But
them in
with
the box.
the action figures, you could pose them and put them in scenes and do all that kind of stuff with them, man. So it's nice. I would say probably my favorite one is I have a Red Hulk from Marvel Select. It's
Okay.
probably like a 10 to 11-inch high tall figure, but he's just, he's burly, he's big. I have him and I have Apocalypse from Marvel Select. They're both about the same height.
Okay.
The Apocalypse, I typically pose like he'll have like his claw out there and he'll hold like one of the X-Men, it might be Rogue or whatever, by like the throat, and she'll just be like, just because he's a menacing character. But then Hulk is just kind of in the background of whatever scene. He's just doing this sort of stuff. And then I've got different Spider-Man figures. I'll put them in like swinging poses or spider poses off of the ceiling or something using like two-sided tape or fishing line or whatever if I want them swinging
Oh my
or
gosh, I need to
jumping
see
through the
this.
air. So I made a video on YouTube like how to make DIY flight stands because flight stands can get pretty expensive. So just like some heavy duty wire, an aerosol can, and some pliers, and you can make some nice flight stands to like have your characters up off the ground and stuff,
That's
and
cool.
just be able to position them different. But yeah, action figures is just another one of those things that I like them. I think they're cool. That's really the only reason behind them. They got so many different lines, like, a new line that's coming out, very soon, should be hitting the stores, is the X-Men '97 Wave 3, so it'll be the 3rd wave of figures, and they'll have a Sunspot and a Jubilee, probably another Wolverine, because God knows you can't put out a freaking X-Men figure without a Wolverine figure,
Never.
even though there's other characters you could
You can't.
do
They
if
can't
you
do an
want.
Avengers set without a Wolverine figure.
This is
They
true too, yeah.
can't-
Between that and Spider-Man,
yeah, right.
every yeah.
I think I saw a Batman set with Wolverine and Spider-Man.
I wouldn't doubt it. But like I don't I don't go out of my way. I definitely don't buy multiples of the same figure except for one instance. I don't buy multiples of DC figures. I don't buy multiples of X-Men figures, even if I can make money on them. Just leave them on the store shelf. Somebody else wants that figure, they can have it. Stormtroopers are the only things I buy doubles of or multiples of to build out
You
like
got
a
the
little
army.
stormtrooper
Yeah.
army.
Yeah.
And I have the army.
Duh.
Um, Iron Man, it's not like, "Oh, I just want one Iron Man." It's there's different versions of Iron. There's different suits. So
Yep.
then you get the different suits and you have your Hall of Iron. And then Batman, of course, there's so many different versions of Batman. I don't have to have all the different versions of Spider-Man and all the different versions of Wolverine and all that because that's just an endless rabbit hole there
Yeah.
to try to
Right.
track all that down. So, but no, I find those to be very enjoyable. So I like displaying my dolls and putting them out there for everybody to see. So,
Well, you're making me want to get them. So you're doing a good job at explaining it.
well, yeah. If I would say advice for somebody that's looking to get into Marvel Legends or any action
Yes.
figures for that matter,
Yes.
if you do want to just display them, then just search eBay, Facebook Marketplace, go to your local like con shows, stuff like that, yard sales, whatever, and just buy the loose figures. And then that way you have the figures and you can display them and enjoy them. If you like them displayed in boxes, like hung up on your wall or whatever, then go buy. See if you can get them at the store. It's not easy. That stuff does not stay long at the store. At least not the desirable ones.
So I was going to ask, are there different, and this is probably dumb because in today's day and age, I feel like everything is like this, but are there different like rarities and things behind the Marvel Legends figures?
I don't really pay much attention to it, but I'm sure there is. You can see a lot of times in the stores, like you'll have I think Rogue was a very hard one to hit in the first X-Men '97 wave because stores just didn't have a lot of her, or because people were buying that one up. So it's just there's certain figures that are just harder to
People just
find.
go after. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but then you'll have Walmart exclusives, Target exclusive, Walgreens exclusives. So Walgreens is always
Really?
a
I
good
didn't know
place
that
to check.
Walgreens did an exclusive one.
Walgreens, yep, they'll have like a small toy section in most of the stores. And some Marvel action or Legend figures there. GameStop typically is a
I
really
knew
good
they
place
did.
to
Yep.
go for
Yep.
figures, even beyond Marvel Legends, because a lot of times they'll have clearance bins and stuff like that, or you can catch a sale if you have a pro membership where you can buy one get one for $1 sort of
Yep.
thing. So that's always a good place to kind of stock up on, especially if you're trying to get like stormtroopers where you can get several of them for cheaper. So that's a great way to do it.
That's cool. All right. Well, I might. You know what? I do have a Marvel Legends figure actually. Now I think about it, I forgot I had this. I have the one from the Marvel Unlimited app when you got the annual subscription.
Okay.
They had a deal, and you got like an exclusive, and I think it even says like Marvel U on the box. I still have it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I have no
Nice.
idea, but
Keep it.
sitting.
Put it on display.
Yeah,
You
it's
got
sitting on a shelf over there.
put it on a shelf. Yeah. Just
But
leave it as it is.
yeah, I'll show you later, and you can tell me
Yeah.
what I've got. But cool, man. Well, I think that's a good rundown of what Marvel Legends is and figures and different things. I always thought the cool thing about figures is I feel like it gets a lot more into just like what you like and less into the rarity
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah, and, I'm sure there is some sort of rarity somewhere with some figure,
Sure.
but I like the Legends lines. There's all kinds of different lines. You get some of the higher end stuff. I like the Legends lines though. Most of those are brand new, about $25 most of the time.
Yeah.
It's not terrible breaking the bank.
No,
And
not
sometimes
at
you
all.
catch some nice sales or find stuff on clearance. So
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Nathan, before we wrap up, I always do a rapid fire questions round. So I've
Okay.
got some random questions for you. I just want you to answer whatever pops into your head first.
Baseball bat.
Okay, you pass. Question number one is done. uh,
Elephant.
you're on a roll.
All right. All right. Shoot.
uh, what is a dream domino item that you wish existed? Doesn't exist, but you wish did.
Kids show, right? No. Let me
It's
see.
any show you want it to be
Honestly,
now.
a movie with a comic book accurate character.
Ooh, okay.
I think a lot of people would say that, and there was nothing wrong with Zazie Beetz' performance. She did a fantastic job. But I want my characters on screen to kind of represent what's in the books.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
their storylines, their mannerisms, everything. Not I don't want it tailored to fit any sort of narrative. I want it to kind of match what's in the books. Give me that. I want to see my comic book characters on screen. That's what I want.
I like it. I like it. All right. Well, speaking of that, if they did do this, what would be the dream team up? Who would you want with Domino in the movie?
Like plain or just like other characters in the movie. Because if it's
I,
just like other characters in the
I guess
movie,
like who is Domino teamed up with? Like who are you?
X
Who do
Force, yeah,
X Force?
X Force, yeah, Cable and Deadpool and all them. Yeah, I mean, give me the comic book in the movie or the show, whichever it is. That's all I want. Bring it to life.
What Marvel character do you wish they would do a Marvel Legends figure of that you don't have?
That's a tough one because I don't really like. I don't go out of my way to like
Yeah, you're like
dig
they
that
might already
much
have it.
into characters. I'm sure they probably do for most of them. Oh man, that's
Or like a
I don't
specific maybe like a specific costume.
give me Dan DeSantos art costume for Domino.
Oh, see, there we go. There we go. I knew there was an answer in there. I knew there was. Well, you already answered my next question. I was gonna say comic accurate or movie version. So we already know. Comic accurate.
I want comic accurate. Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. If you could keep either your Domino collection or your Legends collection, what would you collect? What would you keep?
The Domino collection. Yeah,
I figured.
that's
I,
an easy one.
I
That's an
know.
easy one.
I know. I
I mean,
was.
if I could only keep one thing, it wouldn't be the Domino collection. It would be the Venom card. But
Yes.
if those were my choices,
Those are your
Legends
choices.
or Domino
Yes.
collection, it's the Domino collection. Yeah.
Now I know you would keep the Venom card, but that aside, I don't know. House is on fire. Something's going on. You can grab one of your collectibles. What is like the one card that you're bringing with you?
Oh man, probably my Victor Farrell sketch of Domino. Was a gift to me
Nice.
from one of my friends, Melfi Collectibles. Probably that
Melfi.
one.
Melfi's awesome. So, fun fact, Melfi was one of the first people I talked to in the Marvel community when I first started getting into
Yeah.
collecting Marvel. Yep, he helped me out a lot.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Really, really.
He likes
nice
to
guy.
he likes to stay behind the scenes. He likes to stay behind the scenes, but
I've noticed. I need to bug him more, actually.
he'll love that.
That's what I do. All right. I'll only make you suffer through a couple more. Okay. What is one book that you wish they would make comic cuts from that maybe they haven't done already?
Oh man. Probably X Force 11 because that's considered one of her first appearances. They may have already done it. I haven't seen
I
them
don't
anywhere.
know. I haven't either.
And as far as I know, they're not on my set list as far as like
No,
what's
yeah, I
from the
don't. I don't
books.
think
But
they do.
they don't always put out what books they've done cuts. But I don't think they've done that one for that book. So I'd like to see some cuts for that, or even some modern books. Even I mean, we got non-game used, non-player worn materials and cards. Why can't we have modern comic
Yeah.
comic cuts? With some cool images.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Good answer. Okay, we're almost there. Oh no, I lost my place. Where am I? Okay, if you could commission 2 artists to tag team a sketch card, who are the 2 artists you'd pick?
Oh, don't make me do this.
I'm
Come
doing
on,
it.
Jimmy.
You got to pick 2.
You,
Let's
you
go.
know the event that I run, and you're gonna make me pick
You're gonna pick.
artists to
Yes.
pair up,
Yes.
and they have to be tag team. So they have to do a mashup.
Yes. Has to be a
Okay.
mashup to some capacity.
Man, there's so many good ones that could go on a card. Let me get. Oh, see, I don't. We're gonna have a bunch of dead air here because this is gonna be. That's not easy. Okay. Just because I would love to see them do something together. I would love to see Dre and Jonathan Lebeck do a mashup.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be really
Dre,
cool.
make it happen.
Okay.
Because their
There you go.
styles are too complete. Their styles are so distinctly different from each other
Yeah.
that it would be interesting to see what they could come up with.
What happens? Yeah, that would be dope. That'd be super cool. All right, you made it. I'm not going to put you through any more pain of rapid fire. Good job.
All
I
right.
do want to talk a little bit before we get into our listener questions
Mhm.
about some of the amazing things that you do, specifically with MentalCon.
I just show
Oh,
up, man.
stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Nathan runs this amazing event every year, MentalCon. I got to participate this year and it was an honor. Super fun, amazing cause. Can you just share a little bit about what MentalCon is?
Yeah, so MentalCon was a crazy idea that my friend Retroverse UK, Jake McManus, and I came up with after doing a Marvel Jerks podcast a few years back, and said, "Hey, why don't we just do like a fundraiser or something like that, and, around mental health awareness?" And we didn't know what it was going to turn into, or that it would become what it has become. And we're like, "Well, how are we even going to raise funds? Like, people aren't going to want to listen to the two of us talk for 24 hours straight," because that was like a big concern for me, was like nobody's going to want to come on here and participate and be a part of this. And the first year we supported Wounded Warrior Project. So what we did was a 24-hour nonstop stream that turned into 25 hours nonstop. Jake and I were on the entire time, minus a couple short breaks in the overnight and a bathroom break here or there. And we raised just over $21,000 in the first year,
Wow.
just essentially from artists contributing sketch cards to our event to auction off to raise funds for the charity.
That's amazing.
Year Yeah, year two we switched it up. We did 48 hours nonstop, but we did it in shifts because that's just unhealthy to even remotely try to consider
Right.
doing that. So
Going
Matt
against your
Fuller had
cause
taken
there.
yeah, Matt Fuller and Billy Vazzosi came on and helped co-host that 48-hour stream. So we kind of took shifts. Jake in the UK made it nice because we could him and I could kind of rotate shifts as well.
Yep.
We contributed to comic books for kids that year. Sketch cards went up drastically as far as the number of contributions from the artists, and not just artists. There was people like Tim in year one donated a Fred Ian large painting that got auctioned off. The first year Fred and Ian did two standard size character of choice sketch cards, and those went for like $3,000 a piece.
Wow.
And oddly enough, both people that won those selected Ghost Spider mask off.
Really?
So, yep, completely separate of
I
each
didn't know
other,
that.
selected the exact same thing. So, yeah. So 2 years ago we did comic books for kids. We raised $29,000 for that.
I
This
watched that one.
past year,
Yep.
yeah, that was a great one. This past year was a little bit slower on the donations, but it was still a successful event. We donated to Luke's Purpose,
Yep.
which is a charity that helps families that have lost children through grieving or counseling, medical bills, whatever it might be, because that's a very traumatic event for a
Yep.
family. Siblings as well, sibling counseling. We raised just over 12,000, almost $13,000 for them as well this year. So that was another fantastic, successful event. We had people donate cards to get auctioned off. Amanda donated several boxes of cards to us as well. A bunch of different people donated cards, art cards galore. Again, I was still putting sketch cards into the system on the last day of the event. So we didn't do a nonstop stream this time. We did 2 10-hour days essentially, and kind of broke it up to make it a little healthier for us as
Yeah.
well. And then, this next year we haven't decided on a charity yet. We're always open to recommendations. People can just message us on Instagram, either Tribute Collectibles or Retroverse_UK with charity nominations, and then we'll kind of review them. We want them to be true nonprofits that are actually out there doing good in the world and not, building up their president's pocketbook or something like that, right? And we haven't decided on the actual outline for the event yet. It's not until June, right around the 21st through the 23rd. That's typically when we do it, the summer solstice time frame. And then Matt Fuller has taken on the role of art coordinator for us.
Nice.
And so, yeah, so we're going to have an insane amount of sketches coming back
Oh
this
boy.
year as well. He said his goal is over 500 sketches, so that's the
Holy
goal this
crap.
year, for him to
Whoa.
bring in. So yeah, and amazing artists, Veronica O'Connell, David Diaz, Blake Marino, was
Yes.
a big supporter with helping get some additional artists on as well.
Nice.
Fred and Ian are donating another custom character of choice card again this year, so they're always a big supporter of our events.
That's so cool.
International, it's international. We got artists from South America, Mexico, Europe, Asia, the Philippines. The fact that these artists are willing to just donate their time to two guys that came up with some crazy idea to help raise awareness in the collecting community and have conversations around mental health. It's overwhelming, man. You can't even imagine like that feeling that you get because like the first year it's like, what goal do we put on this? So we're just like, all right, 5,000. If we can raise 5,000,
Yeah.
cool. We raise 21, and
So
then 29 the year after that, and then 12 again. So in total, I think we've raised right around 62, $63,000 over the last 3 years for charity.
that's
So
massive, dude.
we're just, we're hoping it continues to, be an impact. Growth is great, but impact is more.
I love that. That's amazing, and it's so important that we as a community do things like this, right?
Yeah,
To come
absolutely.
together and support a cause and do good. That was something I learned through not just content creation, but like as a musician and drumming. The things you do can have a way bigger impact than you would ever think it could have. Just like you guys, you're like, man, if we could get $5,000, that'd be great. And then boom, you what you quadruple it,
Yeah,
like
absolutely, and it gets overwhelming for you in that moment too because it's like far exceeds anything you've ever expected, right? A few things that we can expect for this upcoming year though
yes.
is the past couple years we have used Better Worlds platform. We
Yep.
will have our own website for this year's event.
Nice. Okay,
So all
cool.
the auctions will occur on our MentalCon website. We'll announce that when it's officially ready to roll out. So we'll be adding stuff there. The auctions will occur. We may end up having auctions that end prior to the event, just to kind of get through some of them. Especially if
Sure,
Matt's
sure.
going to pull off 500 sketches, that's a lot to do in a weekend. As far as like getting them sold and auctioned off, we're looking to have swag as well. People looking to just help support by picking up a T-shirt or hat or
Dude,
something like that.
yes.
So that'd be really cool to have that available for everybody to kind of have available. The past 2 years we had done a raffle where we did 9 5x7s. So last year was DC, the year before that was Marvel, and we did like a custom framed
Yep.
on 9 5x7s
Yeah.
with the museum
It
glass
was
and everything. We
amazing.
did that as
Yeah.
a raffle system. Looks fantastic. It's so hard to pick the pieces that go in there though, because you're like, okay, these ones look really good. These are the best ones, but you can't put all the best ones in there because you got to have some of the best ones for auction.
For
So
auction, right? Yep.
you want people to feel good about what's in the raffle too, to actually get them to donate through raffle tickets and stuff like that. So it's a fine line there. So you put it out there for a group of people and you go, all right, guys, which nine would you pick?
Right.
And you just kind of poll everybody and then kind of piece it together from there. So, but yeah, we're really excited about it. We're happy that we're going to be able to do year four, and we hope we can continue to do it more.
Dude, my hat's off to you. That's amazing what you do.
Appreciate it.
Please, if you all don't already follow Nathan, True Blue Collectibles, MentalCon, definitely do. Stay up to date with that. Be part of it. It is an event. If there's one event that you're going to be part of, and you've listened to this podcast for an hour and a half, this is the event that you want to be at. So that's awesome, man. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, we are going to wrap up today with some listener questions.
Lumpkin's letters.
All right, so our first question comes from our friend Strange Collectibles. Shout out to our buddy Steve. He says Scarlet versus Domino, who wins?
Mm. Uh, Scarlet ultimately wins, but Domino makes it interesting because of her ability to manipulate probabilities. So she can increase her odds of being successful. Doesn't mean she wins every time.
Just prolongs it.
So just prolongs it. So Scarlet would win that match.
All right, fair enough. I no arguments here on that.
Probably without much of a fight. I mean, when she can snap away everybody by saying 3 words,
Yeah,
then
they might have made her. They might have made her a little too powerful at that point. But hey,
yeah, where was that for when you were fighting Thanos?
right, right, yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, let's see. Our buddy Fausto says he wants us. He wants people to start arguing. Apparently, he says celebrity versus hobbyist. Talk about it. That was it.
That's it. That's all he gave.
That's all he gave us.
Fausto, come on, man! You got to give us more than that.
I
Celebrity
know.
versus hobbyist.
I know.
I mean, I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
consider myself a celebrity, but somebody out there might consider me a celebrity. Do you
You're
consider yourself a
yeah.
celebrity?
You're a
I
celebrity to
mean,
me.
you're exactly, but I don't consider myself that. Like I look at like other content creators like Lootbox TV or some of the big Pokemon channels or even Justin or something like that, where it's like they're kind of the leader in their genres
Right.
where you go, okay, that's like celebrity status. But you can have people that are celebrity status that are just in Facebook groups too,
Right.
just based on what they collect. And that doesn't make them not a hobbyist because everybody's hobby and the way they collect is different.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of conversation around, well, flipping is bad. Well, you know what? I honestly think 99.9% of the people are flippers. But what's
Sure.
your time frame for that? Right? It's like, and there's nothing. If I pick up a car today and can sell it for twice as much money tomorrow, why shouldn't I sell that card
Yeah.
if it can benefit my family somehow? If I buy that same card today and 2 years from now I can sell it for twice as much, why shouldn't I sell that card? I still flipped it. It was just a longer flip, right? It's do I day
Good
trade
point.
stocks or do I long term 401k the stock?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's just different time frames. I don't really know what he wants on this one or what he's asking on it, so I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there and seeing if it
I
sticks to the
like it.
wall.
You did better than I would have done.
It's like cooked pasta. Fausto, what are we doing here? Are you missing Mario Kart? I think that's what it is. I think he's missing some red shells getting shot at him in Mario Kart.
He might. He might.
Um,
We're not going to talk about my last match with him though. He may or may not have wiped the floor with me in Mario Kart, but
he does that to us. So,
I'm looking for a
um,
rematch though. So just throwing it out there. You know, I might have been
yeah,
practicing.
because the great majority of people aren't willing to put themselves out on a screen. I think they look at the people that are on screens as celebrities and something above what they see a community as, like not in a bad way, but they're putting them up on a pedestal.
Sure.
And I don't think anybody should do that. Like if you talk to artists, you find out real quick they're no different than you are.
Yeah.
But initially you're nervous about it, right? Like
Oh yeah.
the people that are on these streams aren't anything different. We all started being afraid to be on a camera.
Right.
It's just this is our outlet to kind of talk about our hobby. And people we those that are on camera or on Instagram or breakers or whatever, they explore that differently. My content isn't your content, isn't Fausto's content, isn't Lewis's content, isn't Raj's content. Everybody's doing it differently, or we should be,
Right.
because
It's an
that's how
expression of
you
yourself.
entertain people.
Yeah.
Exactly. It should be what you are, is
Yeah.
what you should put out there. And if you can't put you out there, maybe you shouldn't put out content. Like put you out there. Let people get to know you. Maybe not all the way know you, but
Yeah,
know
that'd be a
enough
little
of you
scary.
to kind of know who you are. To know who you are as a person. Yeah, we don't want people knowing that, somebody like, yeah. We won't go there. But no, yeah, I don't know if Faust is looking in this question, but yeah, I would
Well,
I
I
would
mean,
say
one thing
that
that comes to
there's
mind for
there's a
me
fine line.
is like if you think about I don't know if you're into like streetwear and sneakers and stuff like that at all, if you ever followed any of that, but I've noticed
No, I got
recently,
a Looney Tunes T-shirt on, and
hey man,
yeah,
that's
graphic tees, man. That's my jam.
there you go. Well, hey, they're kind of in, they're kind of in.
You know,
But no, I mean, there's one channel that's like real big called Complex, and they do like if you've ever seen the YouTube videos where like some random celebrity goes sneaker shopping, they've got Joe LaPuma on there, and you get
hmm
to watch like Tom Brady goes sneaker shopping, and what sneakers is he going to pick out, and they talk about it, whatever. But one thing that's interesting is probably over the past like year or so, more than normal, they've started doing card shopping and like different like card shows where like they've had Tom Brady on and it's like, oh, what card are you going to buy? And he buys some like massive card.
yeah,
So it just makes me think of the question like celebrity versus hobbyist. That's an obvious celebrity, right? Like Tom Brady,
yeah.
obvious celebrity. Is that good for
But
the
if
hobby?
you
Is it
really,
bad for
if
the
you
hobby?
break, if you break that down, though, I mean, Tom Brady's friends don't see Tom Brady as a celebrity. He's Tom Brady, right?
Yeah,
He's celebrity because of however many other millions of people have made him celebrity
that's a good point.
and put him on a pedestal. But if people got to know him as a person, or he opened himself up to be able to know people like that, or get to know normal, everyday people that aren't seven-time Super Bowl champions that played at the University of Michigan, go blue, um, then yeah, people would see that most of these people, they are just normal. And kind of like where the celebrity status comes in is like that gets developed over the course of their career based on how they then have to interact with everybody else to live a normal life as they see it, right? Yeah, they may have a lot of money, and is that how you go into, okay, you're a celebrity because you have a lot of money? Well, there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of money. We see them buy a ton of cards online, at really big prices, and we can see the way these auctions are. Does that make them a celebrity? They're not in the public eye, right?
Right.
They're collecting how they want. Aoki, he's a celebrity, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would bet his friends probably don't see him that way.
Right.
Like, they may classify him as that, but he's just Steve to them. I think the more of the just Steve, or just Nathan, or just Jimmy's, those kind of relationships that you can build, I think then you can have a better hobby. So
Bravo. I think I need to snap to that.
also, if we answered your question, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. I just
I
want
mean, it was
all I
more of
want
a
is a
statement.
one-word answer. I just want no. It's
No,
just a no. You didn't.
not even close. Yeah. No, that's not what I was talking about. Sorry,
Oh
man.
my gosh. Well, hey, Nathan, dude, this has been awesome. It's been super fun learning about how you collect legends. I love your outlook
Yeah,
on
for
things.
sure.
It's so we need to talk more for sure. How can people follow you? Where should they go to see you and talk to you and all that good stuff?
True Blue Collectibles pretty much everywhere. Um, the MentalCon Instagram page is the real MentalCon. Jesus Lopez, don't even worry. And I do a podcast every couple weeks. Usually, we try to. A YouTube stream every couple weeks called the Hobby Hangout. You can find us at Hobby Hangout on Facebook as well. Discords, all that stuff. All those links are all in pretty much any video on my channel. And if
Cool.
you're interested in fishing videos, those are on the YouTube channel too. Why? Because that's me. So
There you go. That's it. That's awesome. Anything else that you wanted to plug or anything else you want to say before we close this out?
see. Don't forget about the 20 percenters out there. As of today's recording, tomorrow night, so you guys will see this afterwards, we're going to be talking Halloween 6 with Perna Studios.
Sweet.
So
Okay.
if you
What
haven't
time is
seen,
that?
when you see this, not sure yet. We'll figure it out
Okay.
sometime tomorrow.
All right.
But
Sometime tomorrow.
when you guys watch this, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. So I know, Jimmy, you're doing a reveal with the Halloween 6 set as well, and then we'll be doing
I think
some of
so.
that along the lines too. So awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, but
It's easy, man. They're great cards. I don't know if you're doing sets, or if you're doing a set, or if you're doing packs.
I don't
I
know.
typically do 8 packs, because what you'll get 2 base sets and 2 pearl sets, and then you'll get 1 metal chase card.
Oh,
But then
yes.
you'll
I'm gonna
also
do the
get
set.
8 sketches. So the set comes with the full set. Don't know if you get all the pearl cards or not, but you do get a sketch card with the set.
Yes. Yes. I think I'm gonna do okay, so never mind. So no, I'm doing 2 sets. 2 sets.
Okay, so 2 sets. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. So then you'll get 2 sketch cards, 2 full base sets. I'm not sure how they work out the pearl sets, because I haven't bought the sets before myself. I've always just done the 8 packs, because you get 2 full sets with the 8 packs, but you also get 8 sketch cards then. Then we give away 1 full set and one of the 8 sketch cards at random.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, well, that's why I'm buying 2 sets because I'm gonna give away a set too.
Nice. Yeah,
Yep.
it's always good to spread the word of Tony Perna and
That's right.
Perna
That's
Studios.
right. I think it's like a requirement. It's like a sacrificial thing. I don't know. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yes. Yeah. I think he's mesmerized all of us to
Yeah.
lean towards the Perna Studios brand. So
That's right. That's right. Cool. Well, dude, Nathan, thank you again for coming on, my friend. Y'all, he just,
yeah, Jimmy, happy to.
dude, everyone, please follow all the things that Nathan does. They're all amazing. Hopefully, I can get you back on the show again soon.
Yeah, we'd love to.
And yeah, hey, everyone, thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week. Bye, guys.
See you guys.